Pleasant good day, everyone. I'm creating this, what I consider to be a summary video, overview video of our recent conversation on April the 4th. And I actually should say good afternoon, or good day, or good night, or good morning to actually the teachers in Halton District School Board joint PhD sessions that were held on last Friday, April the 4th, 2025. This is for you. I over the weekend in my reflection, thinking about the engagement we have had, and I've done this before, I wanted to create some form of a summary document to make sure you have it, just to continue to go back to it, because some of you, I know for a fact, because I've gotten the feedback, you felt genuinely challenged. You felt genuinely inspired. You felt that reminder of why we are here, why we are doing what we're doing. And I wanted to kind of keep something close to you. And I was going to send you a summary of a couple of the slides. And so I thought, no, let me send you a recording so we can always use it for reference. We can even use it in our next staff meeting. Hint, hint, principals, right? To have this discussion. So, as we're having this conversation about disrupting the status quo in our classrooms, and I want you to highlight when we talk about our classrooms. So, I'm going to go and do a quick review. So, we started the conversation with using this quote that has always impacted me, from Toronto Catholic District School Board, talking about what is it that we are here for? What is it that the purpose of our schools? What is it that we wish for? What is our intention for our students? And I highlighted a number of things. And I highlighted the idea that our students must be valued and celebrated. And I want to leave it there with you, because there are certain things that should not happen, will not happen, cannot happen when we truly value and we're truly celebrating our students. So this reminder is going to be more reflective than anything else. How are you as a teacher, individual teacher? How are you valuing and celebrating our students? And then when we come to classrooms, what is our safe, welcome, and inclusive environment looks like? We have already disrupted the idea that it is going to be the color on the wall and the warm colors and the inviting colors and the flowers and the little cushions. Those things are important. We will never, ever water down those things. But it's not it. It cannot be the main thing. The main thing in creating a welcoming, warm, safe, inclusive environment, it's the work of the teacher. It's the work of our leaders. And this quote that comes to us from Bettina Love, an amazing, and I told you about this book, one of my favorite book. And I know some of you asked about the book. This is what the book looks like. We Want to Do More Than Survive. This is an amazing book. Amazing book. I use it in one of my courses here at the University of Toronto. An amazing book, impactful book on my life, and I share that with you as well. There are no shortcuts and gimmicks. We live in a world where everybody, and I can tell you because I've told tons of stories. Everybody wants a shortcut. People come to me and they said, "Oh, Dr. Campbell, I want to learn from you. I want to be, a mentee. I want to know how you got into teaching. I want to know how you got into the University of Toronto." And what they really want from you is to ask you, give me the shortcut. Give me the short version. Give me the abracadabra. Give me the snap your finger. There are no snap your fingers. There are no abracadabra. If that is what you're looking for, it's not going to happen. And too many times we have been frustrated because we want the shortcut. It's for the long haul. I keep on telling you all the while, I have always been, but even more so, very intentional about my self-care, because I want to be good enough. I want to be well enough to be good enough. I want to be around to do the work. And I have to make sure I take care of myself. So when we're looking for the quick fix, it's going to lead to frustration, but it also leads to determination. There are no quick fix. We have to do the work with intentionality. And so we ask ourselves, how are we going to disrupt? And I wanted to go quickly because in that conversation, I reminded us Goli Muhammad words that equity is teaching. That and learning that is centered on justice, liberation, truth, and freedom. There are no quick fixes. So center yourself. I want you to center yourself as the teacher and ask yourself, what am I doing as the professor, as the community engager and leader and facilitator? Is my work centered on justice, liberation, truth, and freedom? Because there are troubles with justice and truth and honesty and being authentic. This is where people are struggling. I don't see teachers who are struggling with lesson planning. Some of you are not doing the lesson plan as it should. I had to say that because that's the truth. But I don't think that's your struggle, because the truth is, if you want to sit down and write a good lesson plan, you know how to do it. The challenge is when it comes to us making sure our work is truly liberated. We talk about culturally relevant, responsive pedagogy quite a bit. We talk about that quite a bit, but we don't know how to make that truly come alive. I always say to people, what is CRRP when it's locked up in the classroom with you? What does justice and truth and liberation and freedom and joy, what does that look like on a day-to-day basis between 8:30 and 3:30? I don't want the paper. Some of you think I am kind of pissed at the papers. I am not pissed at the papers. I have to write the papers. I have to be a part of the report writing. I want to be a part of the documentation. So no, I am not against your equity plans, your SIP, your PIP, your SAP. Don't you ever think I'm against it. I just don't want that to be the big thing. I don't want your document to be the big thing. I want your actions. That is what I'm running after. And so the next couple of slides is just a reminder in true DR.ABC way to let you know there are many ways to disrupt. And a lot of us won't be able to do the Teresa disruption where you just turn the table over. Some of us, we wish we could do that, but some of us, we lose our jobs. We will lose our jobs if we flip every single table over that we believe is not serving our students well. Every buffet and every portion that we see, that we know this is foolishness, this is performance, this is pretense, this is a joke. I wish we could flip every single table over, but we can't. Let me just say this to all of us who are disruptors. We can't. And some of you are frustrated. Now I'm going back into my Friday energy. Thank you, ancestors. I am there. Some of you are frustrated because you want to snap your finger and get it done. You see what's going on around you. Nothing is changing and you are frustrated. You have to be in here for the long run. The students need you. That is another one way. There are many marches I wish I could have joined. I have been invited at one point to a number of TWS LGBTQIA plus marches here in Toronto. And I clearly can remember I got the feeling that the persons who invited me had expected me to show up with a level of solidarity and boldness and disrupting. The truth is, I have a job. I could not leave work to go march. What the fire is going on? They would fire me. They terminate me. So you have to ask yourself, in disrupting the status quo, in doing the work of disrupting the status quo, what is my role? What can I do? Where is my strength? Where is my power? What is it that I can do to make sure I have acted? I have done the work. I am doing the work. What does that look like? What does that look like? Does it look like this? Does it have? Because at one point, there are a lot of people who felt like they were contributing to nothing unless it looked like this. And I dare say, we had people calling people out to say, if you are not doing this, you are not doing the disruptive work. Let me take the opportunity to just say this, because I have the power to say this. Ask yourself, what can I do? What are my gifts, my power? What are my access? Which table I'm sitting around? What do I have? What is it that I can do? Because the work looks different for different people. And I'm going to go there. We have a nasty habit of calling out people to say, if you weren't here, you were not doing the work. We have to stop that. It's an old tactic that has been used against many of us, and we are reproducing it. So here is your power. Teachers, this is what I'm calling you for. I am not calling you for this. You can do it. I'm not calling you for that. You're free to do it. I'm not calling you for that. You can do it. I am calling you for this. You have a seat at the table at schools. You are a teacher. You ain't no novice. You have been teaching for years. Some of you, your magic and your imagination is so beautiful. I'm going to say this, and I know that I have tons of people to back me up. I have always admired teachers. I'm a teacher myself, but I have a certain admiration for teachers because I think we are some form of magic. And I mean that from my heart. I have seen teachers do things that I just go, we can make children feel belonging. Oh, let me pause for that. I feel that it right through my body. We have the power to create belonging in our schools. Let nobody tell you otherwise. Any teacher who step to me and tell me less, don't. Please don't. We are powerful people. We come with love, we come with empathy, we come with creativity, we come with magic. When you choose to be a teacher, you choose to be a holder of community, a keeper of community, a builder of inspirations, a supporter of dreams and imagination. That's what you signed up for. Every now and then we get the complaint of teachers who are doing the opposite. That's not what you signed up for. You signed up to use your power and your access and your ability and your creativity to make sure you water the future. And so as you ask yourself about a seat at the table, ask yourself about the students, their seat at the table. This is the way forward. We talk about this document. There's a part of this document that is really resonating with me, and it's the last line. I put an X there, and it should have been an asterisk, but it's an X. But X don't mean no, X mean yes. So come on, X. We're talking about yes. How are you reviewing, removing, replacing your resources? That's your power, teachers. I think a lot of us get carried away because we feel like our power is only when we get to sit on a committee. Oh, I'm on the equity committee. That's one of those committees that is full of performance. That is one of those committees that is full of promises. And let me say this without apology. You are called to do deeper than that. You are called to act within your classrooms. You are called that when June is done, your students walk home, go home, and in their mind, they're thinking, Miss Brown is the best teacher ever. Mr. Frank is my favorite teacher ever. I have learned so much this year in grade 11. Wow. Wow. This was my best year. I keep on telling you, I have gotten awards and I want more awards. Oh, I deserve it. Oh, I do. But I've said it. My best award ever have been when children say, Mr. Campbell, you are the bestest. Ooh, I feel it in my body and I don't want to ever lose that feeling. I don't want to ever wake up one day and a student say to me, you are the bestest teacher. And that doesn't go on the inside. And just so you know, I don't get that from kindergarten and little kids only. When I get an email from a student at the university that says, Dr. Campbell, this was my best course. Thank you. That goes on the inside. That fills me up. I have coffee all the time, but I tell you, that fills me up like you wouldn't believe it. It's my coffee cup with the initials A. You better live your best life. We talk about all of this, the human right. We talk about this. I wanna, I wanna center on this. And I've said this, so I'm gonna repeat it. Nothing bothers me. I actually use the word piss me off, but I'm not gonna say that today for the recording. Nothing bothers me more that when I see teachers who don't care nothing about PD. And I get it, some of your PDs have been boring and I get it. But coming together so we can grow, so we can learn, so we can unlearn, so we can disrupt and dispel, so we can be informed, so we can be stronger and more knowledgeable and more informed, so we can grow in cultural competence, so we can gain more cultural humility, so we can know about our students and not just about the little cul-de-sac we own and and habit or inhabit. You need to really treasure opportunities for professional development. It's a building of your capacity and your competency. Pull up a chair when it's time to learn and unlearn. Pull up a chair and get into it. That's how you become a better teacher. If I had to tell you all the things I learned and how it impacted me, we'd have about 4 days of a workshop. If I had to tell you mistakes I have made, I have had to unlearn, we'd have another 4 days of a workshop. If I had to tell you things that I thought I understood and then I had to get deeper and I can understand it more today so I could even teach it back with a level of confidence, we would need another 4 days. So this picture was very powerful. Came from an article in the Principals magazine that I wrote an article. I can share that article with you as well. It's your lens, teachers. How are we seeing our students? What are our lens like? How are we seeing our students? And so as we talk about our lens, we talk about the main thing to disrupt. I love when we go to workshops and we go to stuff and we talk about how we're going to be a disruptor. We are going to be this. We are going to be that. We are going to climb. We are going to grow. We are going to burn down. We are going to this. And we haven't spent time to think about who we are, our own biases, the things that we are struggling with, the tensions that we have, how we were brought up, how our experiences, how we learn about others in deficit, dishonest, stereotypical ways that we are yet to fix. We are yet to fix because there are teachers sitting in our schools every day who have not worked on themselves. You are dishonest. You are inauthentic. You don't love all our students. You wonder why some of these children come to this school because they don't belong here. Yes, yes, yes. Dr. Campbell, I know it's heavy and it's strong, but we have to get it heavy and strong. We have to take the medicine strong. It's going to make us better. We have teachers among us who have not worked on their biases. We have teachers among us who are homophobic. Don't you even challenge me on that because I have been there in schools for 27 Septembers. I have seen teachers spoken to me, dealt with me, avoided me, erased me, be rude to me. Don't you ever go there with me. So I am asking us, all of us, how are we working on ourselves? How are we engaging in disruption? How are we working to be better teachers so we can deal with other people's children? Notice my choice of word. Other people's children. And that comes to us, by the way, from a powerful woman who I love her work and admire her work and her walk, Dr. Celia Ruiz. You could Google her work on YouTube, the archaeology of self. That term, the archaeology of self, powerful, powerful. So, what can I do? What will I do? What are you going to do? How are you doing what you say you're doing? Have you done what you say you were going to do? Have you started doing what you promised to do? You get the drift, because I could go on and on. When I'm in my dramatic mood, I could just go on. How are we influencing, creating, sustaining these spaces? As an article I wrote in 2021 with Professor Kashka Watson of Brock University. Are we seeing all our students? I get it. Some students are easily seen because we have been accustomed to what makes and allows someone to be seen. We have to be a little bit more intentional in our lens, teachers. We have to be a little bit more, and I'm not speaking to teachers only. Let me pull back the word teacher and say educators, because I'm talking to you, secretaries and office workers and superintendents and CYW, and I'm talking to you all, social workers. I'm talking to all of us who are impacting the children in our schools. How are we disrupting the inaction? I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to wrap this up right now. How are we disrupting the inactions? So I want to leave that with you. I want to leave that with you. I'm just going to go through a couple of sides and just to have it there. I'm going to leave that with you. I'm going to leave that with you. I'm leaving that those those reminders with you. Professor Mary Reed at the University of Toronto, one of my colleagues who I admire and hold in high regard, did some work on anti-Asian hate, something you need to really read. Take a read. That work, I think she did that work with Professor Ardevan Izadarad, who is also quoted up there. How are we doing the work? Are we disrupting the hate we see in our schools? How are we disrupting the erasure? How are we disrupting the hurt and the harm? How are you doing that? I'm going to leave this with you. I'm going to leave the critical questions we ask, and then I'm going to close with something very beautiful. I want to close. I'm going to stop sharing. You can see me there. I'm going to close with two quick things. The first one I'm going to close with is the question one group got to do. So one group, I wanted both groups, so don't be jealous, don't be upset with me. The morning group got the opportunity to do the activity that I wanted everybody to do. And we asked some questions. I asked the group some questions, about their learning and their unlearning, the action they will take. That one action. I didn't want 5, I want 1. And the question they have and what tension they are struggling with. I ask these questions a lot. If you've been in any one of my workshop, you will get these questions, these 4 to 5 questions. I will not change them because they are relevant and they are powerful. They don't need to be expanded and deepened and nothing. What they need to be is answered. Ha! You missed that. I hope you didn't miss that. Because some of us, we are measuring on the minor. We need you to answer these questions, not debate them, not deepen them, actually answer them. And so I really, 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 really want to big up the first group who took the time out. 164 of you took the time out to respond to the questionnaire. And I'm going to close with that. You should have a copy of this by now. Every single teacher who attended the session deserves a copy. It's not reserved for superintendents. It's not reserved for principals. All of us need to see what we are all saying. So when I ask people one thing they are learning, 164 persons responded. This is good data, by the way, principals, to use in your discussion. What is it that we are learning? What is it that we are learning? The teachers among us, what is it that we are learning? Look at the responses. Beautiful. I want to say thanks to every single person who responded, because you gave me, you gave yourself, you gave your peers, you gave your principals, you gave your superintendent, you gave us all the opportunity to be a part of the intentional conversation about what we are learning. What are we learning? What are some of the things we are learning? I love the varied. And there's no prompt. This is an honesty. There's no prompt. How to make kids to be seen. Courage to change the norm. Asking the hard question. We are learning that. Some of us, we need to learn that. And then I asked another powerful question. And the next question was, what are you unlearning? 155 people answer that one. What are you unlearning? You have to unlearn certain things. A lot of us, we have learned a lot of things that we need to fix. It's not serving the children any purpose. Some of you have, I'm going to say this because my spirit says to say it. Some of you have moved from schools and you have taken all the good stuff with you, but you have not yet realized that some of the good stuff you use at that old school is not really useful at this new school. I feel that just now. I felt that just now. I feel that again. A lot of you have been moving from school and you have had some good stuff. You have taken it with you only to be stubborn to realize all that magic you had is not magical here. Let me go there because my energy says to go there. We have to retool ourselves. We have to adjust our lens. We have to see other students. We have to realize that the face of our classroom has changed or is changing, and you are the one that is stuck. Can we take some ownership, please? Can I ask you to take some responsibility, please? Am I being too harsh to ask you to take a little bit more ownership? To really go and do an audit of your style of teaching, your pedagogy, your practice, your resources, the examples you use, the case studies you use, the PowerPoint that is, come on, teachers, we better than that, we bigger than that, we deeper than that, we better than that. So how are we unlearning? What are you unlearning? Look at number 13. I love it. My underlying bias so that true belonging can happen. Somebody's learning how to avoid the deficit lens and language. Highlight joy. Models of excellence. I feel it. Number 14. Thank you. Let's move on and wrap this up. The next thing I ask people on the list, and I apologize again to the afternoon group. I know you're watching this now and you're feeling jealous. Or maybe you'll be like, yay, we didn't get to do any work. I don't know. Some may be jealous that they didn't get to do it. Some may be like, thank you, we didn't get to do that. But I can tell you, the action of reflecting is powerful. So I think you're going to be jealous. And if you are jealous, we just have to do it another time. We just have to do it. We have other opportunities to do it. We'll get another time. One action I will take. I love number one person. Set the tone so we can continuously build throughout the year. If you know how powerful it is to set the tone, if you know how powerful that language is, what is the tone of your classroom and your school? Look at number 8. Thank you. Be on high alert for hurtful verbal and unkind behavior. Thank you, number 8. I want you to do that. I'm telling you right now, number 8. I'm calling you a number for now. Sorry about that, but we don't have anything except number, which is good. Anonymous. I want you to call that out. I don't want you to pass. I am tired of seeing teachers and hearing teachers passing students who have said really unkind things and not pull them up. I will never back down. Never. As a classroom teacher, when a child says something rude and unkind and hurtful to another student, to make them know what you said was rude, it was unkind, and it was hurtful. And their parents come to school to complain that their child come home crying. And I said, yes, they cry because they were in remorse, because they said something hurtful and unkind. And you have to deal with those parents. I know what it is to deal with those parents. And you're not going to win them over all the time. And I'm going to be frank with you on this recording. I don't care to win them over all the time because we know that some of this bullying comes from home. Did I put that on the recording? Yes, I did. Some of the bullying come from home. And I've said that to parents. So don't think I'm giving you one version and I give the parents another version. I have said to parents, things that your children bring to school and say to other people's children, they heard it from somewhere. It's just not magic. The last thing there, the next one there, is one question I have. I'm going to tell you something. That 140 question. I really honestly wish I had the time. And I planned to do this one time, but I realized I don't have the capacity. You have to know the capacity you have. I wanted to spend time once and just go through as many questions as I can. Not for your group, but for another group. I think 4 years ago I planned to do that. And I've never gotten to it. Let's be honest about that. Because it's time consuming. I have to take hours and hours for us to address these. And I can't address all of them. Oh my God, I cannot. I will never be able to address all of them. But I want you to realize. And then the last thing I loved in our conversation was when we say to people, one tension, struggle you're having. We are having those tensions and we're having those struggles. Let's not deny it. Let's not deny it. But let us grow. Let us find ways. Number 15, how to discuss trans non-binary kindergarten. Maybe that's not at the level of kindergarten. Maybe you have other creative ways of doing it. Maybe it's a storybook. Some persons, number 13, maybe I said the wrong thing and made the situation worse. I think we have all been there. But how do you show apology? How do you, as an educator, how do you show regret and remorse? How do you correct something that maybe I've said wrong? How do you use your power to do that? Do we just ignore? Learning the appropriate terms. Number 20, absolutely good to grow and learn. And don't feel like you need to learn everything today, because you're not. Because sometimes the terms change as well. So I leave you with that. I leave you with that. I leave you how we started the conversation. I leave you with that. Engage in your own learning. I just want to leave you with that. Teachers, we are actually amazing and we can do the work. You know you can. You know you can. You know when you have used your magic in that classroom. Let's continue to use our magic to disrupt the status quo. It can't be business as usual. I am tired of seeing 50 actions, 20 actions, 30 actions, 100 actions, and all these actions we need to be doing. And when we come back to the document, nothing is done. I don't want the Miss Universe response. I don't want you to be responsible for world peace. I don't. I don't want none of you to be responsible for curing world hunger. I don't. I want you to look into your classrooms. Look who are the students in your care. Look who are the students in your care. Look who are the students who are looking to you for care. Look who are the students who are looking to you for inspiration and motivation and belonging. Look in your space and say, what am I going to do intentionally about my space? This is my office. This is my home office. I will never come to any one of your home offices and try to make it so great and neglect my own office. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You get it. You got the point. I am not going to leave my house, come to your house to decorate and design and to do whatever I do in your house and leave my house neglected. The children in your classroom, that's your house. Attend to your house. Have a wonderful day. It was an honor. It was an honor to be in community and conversation with you. And I just want to let you know also just how much I felt arriving in those two spaces. I felt good. Yeah, and I need to make sure I say that. Enough love, enough love, enough love.